That weekend, we decided that there's a lack of enthusiasm from the fans to donate $35, $40 at a crack for an event to come watch. So we started through the year, we did a lot of stupid things. We were called the Clown and Pony Show, so we had school bus races, enduros, demo derbies. Anybody remember Crash Moreau? Garbage truck jump? That was pretty spectacular. That was one of the dumbest things we've ever seen. I can't believe it. The guy shows up, can't drive a stick. I'm like, dude, you told me that you've done this before. Well, it's an automatic. I'm like, oh crap, what are we gonna do? You know, it's the day of the jump. So I get him trained a little bit on how to drive a stick, and he can't get it for crap. So we started up in turn 2 for him. I'm strapping the guy in, he's shaking so bad he can't even get his safety belts on. Get him strapped in, I go, there you go, hit it. So he takes off and he makes a couple laps, and I'm thinking, man, this guy ain't ever gonna go over that ramp. Let me tell you, before he went out there, the thing that he was begging for was he slept overnight. He was so scared that he slept overnight in the truck, in the dump truck, or garbage truck, and he wanted his pillow duct taped onto the steering wheel. That is his airbag. Some of the stupid crap we've done. We better move along. 2007. So Michelle and I decided, well, maybe it was more me, decided we'll go ahead and buy the racetrack. We only lost 30 grand on a World Outlaw race, what the hell? So first 8 nights rained out, and then the World Outlaw event rolled around, and then it rained all the way up to race time. Nobody showed up. So we lost a bunch of money that year, lost advertising money. The vendors were all pissed at me because we didn't sell as much product as the previous years and the previous owners, you know. Oh man, they were selling so much more than you guys. I'm like, dude, it rained half the season now, what do you want me to do? So we continued on, we did our stupid stuff, Monster Jam. Remember last year, any of you here last year? Remember the poop pyramid story? There's another little poop story I'll tell you. Maybe I can do this for year after year. So during the monster trucks, we decided that weird people show up at monster truck show. Because we were cleaning the grandstands. Used to do it ourselves, Michelle and I and the kids, and we're rolling through the stands, and I'm a couple sections away from where Michelle is. And I hear this, son of a, what the hell? I can't effing believe this. And she's just going on. I'm like, wow, this must be serious. I'm looking down there, and she's holding this nacho cheese container, or where the nachos come in, and underneath of it was poop. Stuck to it. Somebody took a crap in the stands at the monster truck show and stuck a nacho cheese container over it when she picked it up. So I'm pretty sure she doesn't. I don't know why the hell she puts up with this. So we continued on in 2007, had minivan races. Bobby Cox, the clown, he was pretty cool. We added wingless sprints once a month. That was a bad idea, about killed some people. And the tuners became IMCA Sport Compacts that year. Rolling along 2008, we ran midgets. Found out that only people who come watch midgets are a bunch of old timers. There ain't too many of us left anymore. Ran an all-star sprint show, had to bail them out of jail. The guy running the sprint show ended up getting caught for prostitution and picking up prostitutes, and he ended up in jail, and I had to bail him out. Minivan race, backed it up to a one-day World Outlaw race, lazy boy races. Then things really got weird. That was all normal up to this point. Anybody remember the half-pint brawlers? Oh God. So this is something my marketing gal at the time talked me into. I seen this midget wrestling. We need to do that. That is really cool. Okay, whatever. Because the way she enticed me is we're gonna do the midget wrestling, but we're also gonna have the dirt track hotties wrestling. I'm thinking, shit, this is cool. I think I can do this. So the midget wrestling was first, and we created this ring, and they were in there wrestling around. It was really starting to piss me off because there wasn't nothing too real about it. It was like WWE going on. It was a bunch of fake crap. But then I seen something that made my skin crawl that I just can't get out of my mind. One of the friends of mine, what they did to raise money really wasn't what me paying them to wrestle. What they did to raise money was to have people staple $100 bills onto their privates. Whoa. Not good. That was another bad decision on my part. But the dirt track hottie wrestling, cool. That was our. Then we moved on to 2009. What else could happen? Holding the line in 2009 was the motto. Bought a Jumbotron, one of the first 2 tracks in the country to have one. 3 years later, some guy blew down in a storm. Lost all my money, insurance wouldn't cover it, act of nature, blah, 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 all that stuff. So no more Jumbotron. Bootleggers Run. Anybody remember that? Brought the NASCAR guys in. Rained out as soon as they got here. Turned them around, didn't even fly in. Rescheduled them. Sold it out. Had tons of people coming. It was unbelievable. Except for they were racing in Charlotte. Had to fly up here from Charlotte immediately after the race. Rained in Charlotte, delayed the race, so they couldn't make it here. Anybody want to buy a racetrack? Okay, so we go. Where are we at here? First year, 2009, also was a great year for the driver, first time driver appreciation. Huge night. Kenny Schrader there, sold the place out, people standing all over in the grass. Started, one of my brilliant things, started letting them into the pits. Hey drivers at the pit meeting, if you got wives, family up in the stands, just bring them down here, we'll have them sign a waiver and you can bring them in so we can make more room in the stands. That was all right until a guy fell down in the pits and
signed AJ's dad.
Got sued for ankle bad. But we did another cool thing. We did the whoopee cushion world challenge. Try to get the most people sit on a whoopee cushion at one time. Anybody involved in that? That was a loud fart, man. 2010, where legends begin in 2010. We added IMCA sport mods to the schedule. It was kind of one of those deals, I either did it, or I think that IMCA would have scheduled other tracks around me to the point where I wouldn't have been able to have sport mods, so I thought we better do it. Hindsight, probably a great choice. Again, ran minivan races, school bus races. Eagle Nationals became an ASCS National 360 event promoted by TBJ Productions. 2-day event. No more World Outlaw races in 2010. This year, no more TBJ 360 race at Eagle either. Can't get enough cars. Rumble in the Bull Ring started. That year it was a super late model race. We had Beach Boys, another flop.
I was there.
But we had the largest IMCA car count in the country. And we started Eagle Howl Hunts that year and the Miss Nebraska Cup contest. Thank goodness we did the Miss Nebraska Cup contest because we've got one of our better announcers, very careful how I say this, one of our great announcers ill to complement the other great announcers. And we always get quality ladies who end up helping us throughout the season. 2011. Get your motor revving in 2011. Did a 2-day Eagle Nationals ASCS event by TBJ. He lost enough money that he took 3 years to make it back up. First ever. This was a cool deal. Fire hose rodeo. Tracks are every promoter's workshop I go to, that's the first thing other promoters ask. Did you really put people on a fire hose? Well, yeah. We want to be just like you. Yeah, maybe not. You better rethink this. We added 300 foot of drain tile to turn 1. Started leaking out of the middle of turn 2. Track pisses me off. Rumble in the Bull Ring became a USAC wingless event that year. Nebraska Cup paid $5,000 to win. ASCF show for a 9/11 tribute. And I got the privilege of becoming the regional promoter of the year. In 2012, Supermania 2012 Icebreaker Challenge, Tony Stewart showed up. Huge crowd. Probably one of the biggest ever paid crowds, I would say. Did Super Mascot Wars, another world challenge type deal. Most people doing the twist. Balloon and Wine Festival, rained out like 4 separate times. Can't ever get those things in, so I quit. Driver Appreciation, moved to Memorial Day. Great deal. You guys fill the stands every time with friends, family, and such. Appreciate it. Thank you. Did a chain race, a trailer race, figure 8 race, King of the Hill race, and we announced at one of the pit meetings in the middle of the season, when there was only 9 360 sprint cars, that we were switching to Race Saver in 2013. Also, what appears to be one of the best moves we've made. Year 2013, 50 years of slinging dirt. That place has been leaking water out of turn 1 that long. Rained out most of the first part of the season. Race Saver became an IMCA sanctioned event. We had 19 sprint cars at Eagle on opening night. And because of you guys, I got to become National Promoter of the Year. Just so you guys know, when I go to the promoters' workshops, people always ask, they think that we know something, and the honest truth is I don't know nothing. We just take a guess at it and see what happens. But the truth of the matter is they really don't have people at other tracks like you drivers that actually take ownership of the track. That's honestly what I tell everybody when I go to these deals. You guys take ownership of the track. It's your home, it's your place to play. So just so you know, I always pin it back on you guys, and the other promoters always wonder, well, how do we create that? I don't know. First inaugural IMCA Race Saver Sprint Nationals on Labor Day weekend. 2014, pretty short year, playing in the dirt. We called it. It was the second annual IMCA Race Saver Sprint Nationals. First 3-wide start on dirt with the sprint cars. Non-stop phone calls before the race. We're not coming. We ain't doing that crap. Sprint cars don't start 3-wide. Are you nuts? It'll never happen. No problem. We had the experts there. By the time we got to the feature, it was a great race. 2015. Last year, Rock and Roll Racing 2015. Rained out 7 of the first 10 shows. Sold the track. How many times everybody hear that? I'm pretty sure I'm still up here because apparently I still own this place, so just to let you know, it looks like we're going to be around a while. Also, thank you. Also, 2015, getting rid of A-mods. No, not happening. Paying more money. See if it helps. We'll give it a shot. The hardest thing I had to deal with was the beginning of 2015, when all our equipment was ransacked, ruined, screwed up, mess. It was a disaster. Worked our asses off to get something to work so we could just start racing. At this point, I'd just like to thank everybody who put up with our half-ass equipment we worked with, trying to make the place, raceable, and we got it done. It was ugly, but I want to thank, if any of you here donated equipment and time and stuff, thank you guys. It was a very difficult and stressful time, not just for me, but for everyone that helps run the place. So again, thank you guys who helped out with that. school bus races and school bus demo, and then the sprint series in Nebraska started last year. Pretty good tour. Got a lot of people calling asking about it. Not too sure how much time we want to devote traveling around the country. I still am kind of a believer you guys need to spend times with wives, families, and such. So it'll be a limited schedule around 11 races. I did buy, just so you know, since I sold the racetrack, I guess, I bought a bunch of land around it, just so you guys know, to create motor room, because in my mind, I think we're going to have to expand for larger events. I still believe that we're working towards turning this Race Saver Nationals into the event of the year for the country to come watch premier sprint car racing. So basically what I'm getting to, through all the ups and downs, all the hardships, one thing remains the same. There are families you're born into, and then families that you make. You guys are my family. I consider you family, each and every one of you, no matter how much you chew my ass occasionally, and sometimes I deserve it. But I want to thank you for being part of my entertainment. It's a privilege to give you a place to play at. Thank you for coming.